Welcome back everyone to this video. This video we'll be taking a look at how we can create randomized spawning. Now here right now when I kill one of these pigs, it drops blood and meat. We can pick it up by interacting. Now if you guys want to automatic collection, check out one of our latest videos on this channel. But let's continue with this video. So how do we do this? Well, initially what we could do is in the environments tab, we could go over to unit type groups, add groups, and we could say randomized drops. We can add some items. So let's say, now obviously these are not, sorry, I want to go to item type group, not item unit group. That would make more sense. Randomized items. Go to add item, add some axe, fur, meat, of course, and a fur helmet, right? Now, obviously, those are probably weird drops for this, but it works. Okay. Now, what we could do is we could go back to our environment, our world script. In our unit death, here we're creating a pig. We're checking for the pig if it's dead, and here we're creating meat. Now, what we could do, go over here, go to functions, and select random type of the item group, and we can just say the item group randomized items, and this would work. So if we do this, save and apply, and if we go into our game here and we try killing one of these pigs, we can see if it doesn't run away from me, please. So it dropped an axe. There you go, right? Now, that's cool, but, you know, what if I wanted to make it so that the drop is one, first of all, what if I want it to drop more than one item? And two, I want to drop it with like a percentage, right? I want to maybe make like an epic item or a legendary item in my game that has like a 2% drop rate, right? Well, let's explore how we can do that. Now, for the sake of this video, you could continue here. So you're more than welcome to. Actually, I would encourage it to continue here. Here, I'm just going to drop 8 instead of 7. But I'm going to do this in the pig, and we're going to do very similar things. So in our pig, or in your world script, wherever you want, I'm going to say drop loot. And the reason I'm going to do this in the pig is so that way we can add randomized loot in any of these. Now, you're more than welcome, of course. I tend to make another script in the world script, maybe a drop loot for pigs, whatever, right? Like, be creative with this. This isn't just the one solution. Now, here, what we can do is when entity, when this entity initiates destroy. So when this entity is about to be destroyed by ourselves, when we, destroy it, we're going to just drop more loot, essentially. Okay, so what we want to do is first we want to set a variable as a number, right? So we're going to set a variable, but we have a problem, which is that we don't have a variable that will kind of help do what we want to do. Now, essentially what we're going to do is make that variable. So let's go over to the global variables and create a variable loot number. Now, essentially this is going to be a number between 0 and 100. By default, we can set it to 0. It doesn't really matter. We're going to set it anyways. So here, I'm going to go to value, and we're going to set a random. Okay, here we go. So once we go to the undefined, now pick random number, and we'll do a random number between 1 and 100. So this is going to be essentially our percentage chance. Okay. Okay. Now what we can do is we can say if this loot number, we'll do a number comparison because we want to compare the number we just got. We'll do bigger than, or you can do less than. It's really up to you. Here we'll say if it's bigger than, let's say 90. Yeah, let's say 90. Uh, so here we'll actually pick the variable, the loot number. So if the loot number that we just picked or just set as a random number between 1 and 100 is bigger than 90, which means 10% chance, right? Then we're going to create something. Okay. Well, that's actually pretty easy. We can actually just go over here and uh, death unit death. Here we'll just pop this and just pop this in. And here we go. Now, else, do this something else, right? So we can paste in another like, regular meat. But here, what we could do is, let's say instead of meat, we want to drop an axe, right? So yeah, now we have a 10% chance of dropping an axe, and then 90% chance of dropping meat, right? Now, you're more than welcome, of course, to actually do this if you want, where we can add another if statement where we'll kind of paste this. And what we can do is actually just do another essentially and pop this in. Now, if you only want one of these to happen though, but you want like an 80 or let's say a 60 or 40, I guess, 40% chance of dropping something else. So here, let's take a step back, draw for helmet, I guess. Yeah. So okay, if we want a fur helmet, drop it a 40% chance, but we don't want to create meat here. What we can do is we can actually just get rid of this. But oh, sorry, not this one. This one. Cut this. And over here, under the axe, what we can do is we can add action, and we will set variable. Actually, what I'm gonna do this the lazy way. I'm just gonna take this and copy and paste this here. So here we can just set instead of a random number, we'll set it to 0. Here we go. And here we go. Now we're resetting this. So that way this is never going to happen, right? Because obviously our code is going from top down. Now, if I check, let's say I got like 100, right, as my loot number, that's bigger than 90. So would get an axe. But then if we go down more, we would see that 100 is bigger than 60. So we would also get fur, etc. Right? So we don't really want that. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now, if you want to create meat by default, you don't actually need this in the else statement. We can just leave it here outside, right? But that would just create meat plus an axe for a helmet, right? So it's up to you on if you want to add that or not. I'll leave this outside. I'm not going to leave this outside because in our world script we have create for anyways. But yeah, that's basically it. So here we would probably want to paste it here as well. Save and apply, and let's see if this works. So let's republish just in case. Okay, let's go kill some peas. See, okay, there's meat. All right, got more meat. Wonderful. Okay, there's a helmet, so that means it does work, but, we just didn't kill it, so yeah, I mean, it pretty much works, but, at this point, you just gotta kill enough pigs to the point where it does work. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys next video.